I'm back. The continuing saga of my mom. Okay, where I left off yesterday, I was going to bed. I needed to get sleep because I had to work. Go to sleep. Wake up with the phone ringing at like 6:30-ish, 7. And then I hear my dad's chair upstairs. I'm like, Dad's home. It was the hospital calling saying that they had transferred her from the small town next to us to the bigger, it's called Lakeland, from the smaller one to the bigger one. And she was at the bigger one before when she got sick like 3 years ago. So, Dad takes a shower and gets dressed and leaves to go to the hospital to see what's going on. Because he had to come home and try to get a little bit of sleep. Because they had her stabilized last night. And, so I get up and go to work. I hadn't been to work since last Tuesday, so my basket was kind of, can we say full? So I got that all sorted out into legals and what came in email and blah, blah, blah. About 10 o'clock, the phone rings at work and it's my office manager going, it's your dad. Oh, although, right after Dad left to go to the hospital, the phone rings and it's the hospital again, only it's my mom. And she kind of sounds all drunk still. And she goes, where's your dad? I'm like, he's on his way to see you. I said, how you feeling? Not too good. I said, you probably should have gone to the hospital sooner, huh? Yeah. I said, you were being just a pain in the ass, weren't you? Yeah, I'm gonna go now. So she was talking to me then. Well then, Dad calls me at work, 10, and said they're taking her in for emergency surgery. I'm like, on what? What's going on? He starts crying. He can't really tell me much of what's going on. I'm like, you need me to come, right? Yeah. So, and my office manager's like, drop the papers, leave. I had papers all over my desk, and I'm just like, okay, grab my stuff, grab my keys, coat, left. Drove, and as you know, I called Lizzie. And so, I get to the hospital, and we say, we got to go say goodbye. We're going to take the wheelchair back. And, the doctor came out after about an hour and 20 minutes of surgery. And, he point blank said, if you'd waited any longer, she would have died. Period. They took a chunk out of her inner thigh, like this. She has a hole where the wound is open because it has to heal from the inside out, and they don't want infection to get in there again, and they don't know if they got all of it. Once they got in there, it was worse than what they had thought. There was more infected tissue once they opened her up. And then they sent, and her kidneys are not producing the urine they should either. They're kind of freaking out. So they sent her to critical care where she was before. And luckily, the guy who was on call today was the one doctor we really, really like. His name is Dr. Hempel. Awesome dude, man. He saved my mom's life before, truly. And, we had to wait out in the waiting room. There's me and Dad and Grandma and 2 cousins who brought my grandma, and then another friend came. And we were all chit-chatting, and Grandma would be good, and then she'd cry, and then Dad would be good, and then he'd cry, and I'd call different people to say what was going on, and I was like, Dad, do you want to talk to somebody? And he'd cry. He couldn't talk to anybody. I'm kind of like I guess I'm the strong one. There are moments where I just want to, lose it, but around other people, I'm pretty good. I have to be. That's how I see it. I have to be. So, at about 5:30, Dr. Hempel came in, and Dad and I were talking to him, and I said, what do you think about the whole kidney thing? He goes, she's not producing the urine hardly at all. So that's something I'm going to look at, because they're thinking that maybe once now that the infection is kind of most of it's out of her, maybe they'll start to kind of calm down and work. And her blood pressure was very, very low. When she came out of surgery, they were giving her medication to make it go up. It was like 80/20. And then it started going up when we left. It was like 100/30. So it was starting to ease up a little bit. And they were getting ready to put a port in right here on, what do you call it? An Edwards catheter? Something. It had a name, catheter. It's gonna go right here. They were getting ready to do that procedure when we left. And he's like, she's not as sick as she was the last time, but she's got a long road. So she's gonna be in the hospital for a while. It's gonna take that wound a long time to heal. So that's kind of where we are in the whole mom thing. I keep trying not to cough. Yeah. I will probably, I'm staying home tonight. Dad's taking a nap and going back to the hospital, and he's gonna come back in the morning, maybe take another nap and take a shower and get dressed, and then we're both going to go back together. Because I called my office manager. I said, so, were you able to figure out all my papers? And she's like, well, she said, this might not be the best paper that we've ever made, but we're going to make a paper without you. I said, don't plan on me coming tomorrow. I said, because more than likely I'll be at the hospital. She's like, hey, do what you got to do. So that's what's going down, people. It's not a good situation. Yeah. So I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna go lay down because I'm tired. Why is it that all you do is sit at the hospital and you feel like you're just tired? I don't get it. I can sit at home, not be tired. Sit at the hospital, tired. So now, I'll talk at y'all later. Bye.